Well, now for something a little more fun,
Yeah,
I guess, depending how you look at it. I mean, at least when you watched it, it was fun.
it
We hear more
was
about it, not so much, but
it was an interesting situation. I remember watching it, and we were watching the game, and we didn't have because we were watching it where we had all the games on, so we didn't
mhm.
have audio for that game. So saw him on the field, and and Flynn's like, it's a streaker, it's a streaker, and he thought it was a streaker at first, like,
I think I saw it because it was on after another game, and I
yeah,
put that on, and
yeah,
then
we,
I
we
think I
we
just
saw it
happened to
we
see
saw
it.
it live, yeah, and
Yeah,
it was
like
it was
that was the most ridiculous. You're like, what is happening,
yeah,
dude? Oh, and
yeah.
Antonio Brown is who we're talking about.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't say that, but
exactly. Yeah, if we didn't clarify, this is the Antonio Brown situation. During last weekend's game between the Buccaneers and the Jets, Antonio Brown would proceed to take his game jersey, his gloves, his pads, everything,
all of his equipment, all of it,
chuck
and
him
start
into the
chucking
chuck
it
him into
into
the
the
Jets crowd,
stand.
and proceed to exit the game in the third quarter. At the time, with the Buccaneers trailing the Jets shockingly 24-10. Now, despite fellow wide receiver Mike Effort's best efforts to try to restrain him and keep him from leaving, Antonio Brown, while the game was still playing, mind you, proceeded to exit through one of the end zones and out the tunnel while like doing jumping jacks and like waving goodbye
Yeah, I
to
heard he
the.
asked one of the cops or something for like a ride somewhere on the way out. Or I mean, it could, I don't know if that's true or not, but
Obviously,
I
I
remember
don't think he
seeing that
got one because we
somewhere.
saw that
I don't think
picture.
he got one. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they told him no.
Uh,
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe he did that. It's more interesting because there's been conflicting reports on what happens,
right.
depending on if you talk to Bruce Arians or Antonio Brown. But it seems to be over the receiver's refusal to re-enter the game. But
Right.
he also said that they made him play on an injury, and then there's also those stats involved where he's gonna the money he could make from that
Yeah.
play. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of factors and a lot of different possibilities there that you don't really know what the truth is.
Right, right, yeah. So I mean, basically, in a statement that so basically, there's been numerous statements given by at this point Antonio Brown and AB, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, or BA, at this point, including that yeah he was playing on an injured ankle. I think that was a known issue going in. Um, but yeah, I guess he said that he relented under the pressure from Bruce Arians to play injured, and claiming that Tampa Bay injected him with a dangerous painkiller to be able to
Hmm.
get through the discomfort in the game against the Jets. And he finished the game with 3 catches for 26 yards on 5 targets, um, before he would sit out in the third quarter and exit the game in what he called extreme pain. Um, now, after these
See, I
initial,
would believe that more if he didn't exit the game the way that he did.
yeah. Oh, you mean like jumping around?
On Thursday, Brown revealed text messages with Bruce Arians the week prior that seemed to prove Arians knew Brown was injured prior to the game. I mean, that would explain the injection with the painkiller if that were. It has also been reported that Brown was just 8 catches away from triggering a 300,000 incentive bonus. There was a couple others on that. I think it was like 5 touchdowns for another 300,000,
I
and then
think
in
he
the game
only has like a base salary of like 1.5 million on like a 1 year deal. So I think his contract was mainly incentive
incentive
laden.
based. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was definitely felt like they were freezing him out by refusing to throw him the ball, but still wanted him to go in the game and run routes, and play
Mm-hmm.
despite the fact that
Mm-hmm.
they weren't throwing him the ball. And then apparently BA approached him on the sideline about his refusal to go back in the game because I guess one of the other coaches let him know, and he like waved off the coaches, and Brown reportedly said, "I ain't playing." To which Arians responded, "Get the f out." And then what Brown
Hmm.
says is he describes Arians as shouting at him as, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And then Brown allegedly said he couldn't go back into the game because of his ankle. And then at that time, Arians shouted, "You're done," and then told him to get the f out. So at that point, that's when
Well, Arians then had a different take on it.
yeah,
Obviously, you're
of
going to get
course.
different. And
Right.
and according to him, he said that Antonio Brown said, "I ain't playing, I ain't getting the ball," and that's when he said, "You're done, get the fuck
Get that?
out."
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So he did proceed to get the fuck out and exit through said end zone
but
into
it is an
the
interesting
tunnel.
situation because you don't really know until there's this injury, there's
Yeah,
this there's
there's
this
a lot of
incentive,
there's a
a bunch
lot
of
in there.
stats that he can or make money on. Then it's there's which one is it? Did they
Yeah,
give him a painkiller and then now he can't play because of his ankle, or they're not playing,
I
and then
feel
he's
like
trying
there's
to
a
come
lot
up
of
with an excuse
I feel
like,
like there's a lot of half truths in this situation, and we're just
right,
not getting
right.
the full truth. Like I feel like both parties are telling the truth on some reports, but I don't feel like either party is telling the whole truth.
Right.
And then Tom Brady, patron saint Tom Brady comes out and basically, through all this is like, I just hope he gets the help he needs. I was like, my God, I was like, Tom Brady's like, all right, well, fucking teammate of the decade, Tom Brady there. But yeah, I mean, without their best receiver, I mean, they rallied to end up beating the Jets, which you would expect 28-24.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, and then after the game, Arians ended up saying, "I wish him well. If he needs help, I hope he gets some. It's very hard because I do care about him. I care about him a bunch. I hope that he's okay." And it
Hmm.
wasn't until Thursday. The game happened on Sunday. It wasn't until Thursday that Brown was officially released. He did clear waivers. He wasn't picked up, so he is officially a free agent, although he has also stated that he wouldn't be 100% even if a team were to pick him up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, given the drama, I don't think a lot of teams would be interested in him. Maybe in the future, given how this plays out. But
Right.
we actually find out what the actual truth was and what actually happened.
Yeah. If
But
there's more released, we'll certainly report on it.
yeah, definitely.